Hello there, welcome to Johnny Builds. I am your host, of course, Johnny, and that's what we're going for. We can make the AT-AT do all those things that you just saw. Just kidding, it's really difficult to make it move. Pixie's wandering around, of course, now she's like, oh no, people are watching, so I'm going to take off. Anyway, I have things oriented here a little bit differently because I looked ahead at the instructions just a little bit to see what I was going to be working with. And it turns out bag 13 is quite large. What it's going to do is, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. What it's going to do is we're going to fill in these things here. We're going to cover these over so you don't see the guts and everything. A couple things we're going to put on up here, and then I'm going to switch this whole thing around so it's facing this direction over here, and we're going to do the head. The entire head gets done in bag 13. It's going to be one heck of a thing. So we're going to get started right away. And get the timer going. So 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so off to the races we are. And this, like I said, this is going to be quite involved build tonight. Funny thing is, it doesn't look like there's that many pieces, at least right off the bat. There's only 2 bags for 13 here, but since we'll be switching over to actually box 4, I'm guessing that there's some other pieces, but I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. How are you doing tonight? Looks like these are just the starting pieces for the guts here, the coverings here. That's what I'm seeing. Anyway, so we're gonna, like I said, get started with this right away. Yeah, there's not too many pieces here yet, so this is gonna be a long one. So I'm gonna try to do not fast, but there's gonna be a lot to do for tonight. So what I did was, since now everything is being done here, I mean, like, it's together, so everything is up. So what I'm going to do is I have the smaller camera kind of aiming this way. I'm actually going to orient it a little bit more this way so it's easier for me to build things here, and then of course the bigger camera you can see as I put stuff on. Make it a little bit more friendly as far as that stuff goes. So good, glad to hear you're doing well. I found out when I got home today that my furnace decided to, seems like the heating element decided to die on it, so no heat tonight. So normally I wear a Star Wars shirt, and not tonight because I kind of need a long sleeve shirt because it's too cold. Alright, so here we go. The instructions unfortunately are going to be over here. You can see them on the big camera, but there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. So, piece number 1 for this bag. Alright. Instructions, I have to kind of move them so that I can see them. Well, it's good that you're doing well. Anything fun and exciting happening in your world tonight? I don't know what would be considered fun and exciting for you, but... Is that right? Yes, that looks right. Okay. And we need smaller pieces. There we go. Flip it over. Alright, some flat pieces are going to go on here. There we go. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. Ah! I lost it. Ah! I have heard many things about that, and someday I may play that, but I have too much other stuff going on to invest in another video game at this point. Personally, I tend to just play one big game, like Final Fantasy 14 is my big game. This is too long of a piece. I gotta switch that out. Whoops. That's what happens when you don't count the studs, you know? So, put that back on, put that back on. There we go. Okay. That's better. That looks more like it's supposed to. These are weird pieces. Weird little curved things. I mean, they're specific, obviously, because they're going to make it so it fits in there and looks correct. Alright, so we're doing a funky little thing there. Oh. So how far have you gotten in through Elden Ring? I know there's numerous bosses and all kinds of fun things. Yes, of course I know who you are. Don't be silly, I'm not going to forget my fans. 73 hours in. That is nuts for a video game. Yes. Yeah, I've seen a couple Let's Plays and some other things about it. And yes, it is a huge game, that's for sure. Okay, that is a funky little adapter thing there. Alright, so this, I'm going to put that down, get the pieces I need. This is also a funky, weird looking piece. It goes right there. Some of these, the way, oh yeah, from what I hear, everyone that's been playing it absolutely adores it. Graphically, it looks fantastic. Gameplay wise, it looks fantastic. Just the stuff that the stuff that you do. Alright, so this one goes right here. Now, how far over? It goes pretty much over here. Trying to get it lined up. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I've seen the Let's Plays. You know, they're going through and they're doing some bosses. I mean, they do as many bosses as they can and stuff to get where they're going. But it absolutely looks like a really well thought out game. I mean, yeah, you definitely get your money's worth from what I see. Now I need this long piece. There we go. And I need a longer slant. That's a shorter slant. Where's the longer slant? Long slant. Going the one way, I need the long slant going the other way. There it is. Definitely, it just see. I know it's a harder game too. Like it's you know, I mean, I see people skipping around and stuff like that, and you know, it doesn't always end well for them. the one Let's Play, the guy that I like to watch that does the Let's Play, he gets really irritated whenever people are like trying to give him hints and stuff like that, and you know, he's just like, you know, don't help me, you know. I mean, he, you know, he's like, you know, I appreciate it, but at the same time, I kind of want to do this myself, which totally understandable. And one of those black funky things. I mean, some people want help, especially if some people aren't big fans of trying to figure everything out. You know, they're like, yeah, I just want to play the game to have fun. And some people, they want to figure it out themselves. You know, so, and I'm one of those people. It's like if someone was like, oh, you know, here's this, it'd be like, no, I need to do this. All right, so put that down. Completely understand that. Yep. Absolutely understand that. All right. Hi, you are. Oh, I figured you might have slept in. It's all right. As I was explaining earlier when I first started, I got started pretty much as close to right away as I could, simply because this part of the build is going to be very interesting. The start of it, as you can see, is with I built this, put this on, and then the rest of tonight is going to be the head. So it does these 4 things, both sides, and then I'm going to turn this whole thing around and switch it so that people, you know, everyone, you know, can see what I'm building. And, you know, so I have the little camera down here so they can see what I'm building, because again, we're dealing with all this. So, all right, so this one has to go on there. All right. He's looking more filled in already. I also received a special tool from a friend of mine that I get to use tonight. Versus was all worried I didn't know who it was that I was talking to. Like, do you remember me? Do you remember my real name? Don't worry, you're still Versus to me. Yep. Here's the tweezers. Excuse me. They finally came in the mail. So hopefully that'll help with this, because I have this, because we're doing the head. This is the viewport that goes on the inside. And so hopefully it helps. I'm excited to see how well it does. Alright, I'm gonna flip this over, and lots of little green. I guess these are floodlights. I kind of gotta move the instructions here so I can see. They go in between. Yeah, my friend does some kind of scrapbooking and stuff, and she says these are like the best like you could ever get anywhere. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with it. more of these. Yeah, I've never had tweezers like that before. I've had you know, your standard tweezers that you use for, I don't know, plucking eyebrows or whatever. Flip this back over. This is where we get some more of these funky little. Oh yeah, yeah. If you do that with jewelry, yeah, totally makes sense. All right, and we got some more funny little pieces. Oh man, this is gonna be complicated. Yeah, I can see how this would be perfect for jewelry. These weird little pieces here that get put on. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Whoops. 6. Whenever I put these kind of pieces on, it makes me think of Johnny 5 from Short Circuit, because they look like eyes. And okay, get a little half circle here, or quarter circle, I guess. Quarter circle piece. 3x1 flat. Over here. And 4 of these great things. Yes, Johnny 5 alive. That was a great movie. I haven't seen it forever, but it is definitely a great movie. Alright, there we go. So this thing is going to connect in up here. And it's this side, so this is the first thing I'm going to have to stand up for, it looks like. One side's in. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, there. Finally. Alright. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Ah, this is the butt. Alright, next we are doing the butt, apparently, of the walker. As soon as I start, a lot of times as soon as I start opening bags, she runs away. She doesn't like the sound of the bags, but once I'm done with them, like, she usually comes back. So we'll probably see her at some point. Ooh, these look cool. Kind of neat little space age pieces. Used to be whenever you built Legos, no matter what set you got, what they would do a lot of times is on the box, like, it would show a couple pictures of the set that you would build, and, you know, just so, like, you know, the dudes or whatever flying around or driving around or whatever, and then they would also show you other things you could build with it a lot of times. I find it funny that the UCS sets, they don't do that. It's like, oh, it's good enough. we did enough showing you know, what to do here. All right, put that down. Yeah, because I'd imagine that you can build some really, really neat stuff with all the pieces that are here. But then again, I mean, like, you already built something pretty neat with all the pieces that you have here. So it'd be interesting to see what other people have done with the pieces. Yeah, interesting. Okay. This goes here in the middle. And then these are my big fat thumbs. There we go. Little gray pieces. The spare parts I have are just like little tiny. They're like these, like little onesie twosie things. So it would not be a very exciting spare parts build, that's for sure. Okay, and this goes on here now. Alright, this is going to be the butt. And as they say in Finding Nemo, he touched the butt. Which means I may have to turn this thing around, which is fine. But I may have to turn it around so that I can see the butt to put this on. Right, flip it over. Two hinge pieces. Flip it back over and put funky little piece on. A little computer-ish type piece. And that little thing. And then two of these little gray things. Alright, you won't see it much, so this is the butt. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way, and I gotta get to the other side anyway, so yes, this thing is heavy. Alright, so showing you the butt. It's gonna go right here. There we go. There's the butt. It's kind of funny, and it fits just perfectly. Alright, now we have it kind of already turned around, and we'll do the other fill-ins here. So, and then that'll be it for bag 13, and we're done. Just kidding. Oh, more for the butt. Oh, there's some more. Let's see. There's some more venting things that I have to do. That is one of the things I definitely love about these UCS builds, is the amount of detail that goes into them. So this one goes over on this. Ah, okay. I was wondering what those were for. So it's a vent piece over here. Let me tilt this so you can see. Right there. Little. And then the other one's going to go on the other side. Nope. Wrong spot. It's just a little tiny thing. So definitely hard to see. vent. And it goes over here. I guess somewhere in Empire Strikes Back you see it. Alright. So now, oops. That was from the first side. There's not much holding that on. It just kind of fits on there. You kind of hope it stays on. That was one thing I did read comments of what people had said when they felt certain parts of it, and understandably so, usually coverings, just felt like it was off. Hey Net, how you doing? No, you didn't miss much. I'm actually working on this, filling in here, did the butt back here, but filling in these things here, just covering them up, and there's something we're going to do up here. And then the big thing is we're doing the head, which is now up there. I've turned this whole thing around, but I'm going to move it around some more whenever I get to that point. So, good to see ya. Versus is being a trader and no longer playing Final Fantasy. Busy playing Elden Ring. So disappointed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is it's definitely that's funny. It's definitely this is interesting simply because this finishes up box 3 and then it goes immediately into box 4 to finish up, and we do the entire head, which is going to be cool. I'm excited to have that done. Good to see yins. Glad you can make it. How are you doing today, Net? What is going on in your world? That down. Gonna work on a little piece there. One. Funky little thing. Okay. Put that down for a second. See, that's what happens whenever you try to do too many things at once. You get caught in doing something. It's like, oh no. Alright, this goes right here. I'm going to take that off for now because it doesn't need to be there for the moment. While we stick this on. And then we put that on. It's kind of a floppy piece, so. Alright. To one of these. This is the last one. This is the last inner thigh area, I guess. flip it over too much, I'll get backwards, and I don't want to do that. Okay, and the last funky black thing goes on there. I like the little, how it's nice and smooth. Kind of neat. Guess Net doesn't want to tell me how they're doing. Just totally ignoring me. Let's see how it is. Tell ya. First Vibes is leaving us for another game. Net doesn't want to talk, I'll tell ya. I was asking how you're doing. What's got you busy? What's keeping you up tonight? Keeping you busy? What? No, Versus. Versus is leaving us for another game. Playing Elden Ring. Oh, nice. Hope it was a good dinner. Yep, that'll do it. If I said Versus, or if I said Vibes, that was, whoops. Oh, it is. It's a very, very busy game. So is that what it's actually about? I mean, like, I know the name of the game, but is that what they're actually doing? They're actually trying to find the actual Elden Ring? Whatever it may be. Okay, there we go. That's done. I'm gonna do this funky thing. Ah, BLTs are delicious. It's already been going for a half hour. Sheesh. I don't even feel like I've done that much. Yeah, that's and just from the playthroughs, I mean, I think people like ice cream, tacos and ice cream. Tacos and ice cream. I think you always have ice cream. Yeah, from what I've seen of the playthroughs, no one has said anything about, like, you know, this is the goal, you know, and I think maybe that's part of the game, is just playing it and just doing what you can. I also noticed that it's mostly melee combat. Like, I know you have like a bow and arrow, or at least sometimes you do, but like I haven't really seen much use of it. Like, most people are just doing melee. Ice cream tacos, what? Now, like, if you had a Choco Taco, that I can understand, but I mean, like, regular ice cream tacos would be kind of gross. Ah, see, that I have not seen any mage builds. I've only seen, like I said, I've only seen a couple of the playthroughs. or Let's Plays that some people have done, and they're not mages. They're all just like, you know, I want to wax stuff. Choco Taco. Ah, okay. So we're on the same page. UR's making all kinds of menu suggestions just to get what she wants. Oops. Oh, geez, that's a lot. Materials for shaved ice. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That would work. Ooh, I forgot a piece. Gotta see if I can fit it up in there. This goes up here. Oh no! Don't slip down. There we go. Saved it. Woo! Alright. I gotta stand up again and get this in here. Nope, that side went in good. Oh man, that was much easier than the other side. Alright. We're done. That's it. Just kidding. Bag 3 is done. So now we are on to box 4, or not bag 3, sorry. Box 3 is done. But bag 13 is not done. We've got a whole other half hour to go. So let's turn this bad boy. Oh, no, we're going to turn it this way. Because what I want to be able to do is show what's being built. Kind of an overview. And you can see the head being built here, and you can see me building the stuff down here. So, book 3, it is book 3, is done. It goes back into its pouch, which means it's time for box 4. Ugh. And I say, ugh, because box 4 is very heavy. This is it. Box 4, the head and all the filler. So, we might not get all the head done with this, but we're going to find out. Alright. My camera's going haywire. No, you kind of have to just go with the what they tell you, or what you when you get it, like how heavy it is, and this thing says about 30 pounds, so it is quite heavy. Okay. Ugh. Lots of bags. We got a 14, a 15, 17, another 14. All right, let's go here and get the instructions out first, see where we're at. Nice and pristine. Alright, so 14 is part of the head. Alright, so we did 13 in about What did we do it in? We did it about 39 minutes. What do you think? Oh, heck no. Hi, Jerry. So we're actually, no, actually we are done. We are done with box 3. Box 3 is done. Now we're on to box 4. Box 3 was just some filler stuff on the sides. Wasn't too much to it. Yeah, so here's a question I have for all of you. Should I continue on and do box 14? 13 took about 35 minutes. Should I do 14? Yes or no? While you guys decide, I am going to go use the restroom real quick. Alright? So, I will be right back. And we are back. It's like we never left. Something like that. Alright, so I see one person says more. So we're going to go for more. So, bag 14 is what we would be starting with. I'm looking to see if there's any other... Oh, there is another 14. Ooh, this is going to get involved. There's Pixie. She's checking things out. Seeing what's going on. She's been going back and forth underneath the legs here. It's kind of funny. Of course, now that's a 17, 18, oh man, there are bags out the wazoo here. 18, 18, this thing is not over yet. 17. Shoving all these over here. So right now we got 3 bags for 14 so far. Let's see if there's any more. 16. Wow. Alright, so these next series of things. Hey, nothing wrong with Wazoo. Wazoo's fine. These next few, there's 6 more essentially steps or bags that will be going into this. So, yeah, 6 more, 5 more, something like that. Anyway, still a lot of bags. I do not normally have a tiny bladder, so. Just one of those things, I guess. Alright, so 16, going back in. And 15. So here we are, folks. Bag 14. So we're going to start. I'm going to move this back just a little bit. Make sure he's sitting the way he should be. And now we're going to go with the head. It was a little bit awkward doing the other stuff simply because the how I had it oriented to get everything. So now it's much easier to fit things. We got the driver here, it looks like. Cool. Oh, we got both the driver and the AT-AT commander. Oh, 2 drivers. Man, they're gonna fit everything in here. Unless that's just an extra helmet. Tiny bags, tiny bags. And pants. There's more pieces than I've been dealing with, so I'm trying to, whoops. I don't want to put them on Pixie's bed. And 2 more bags, really tiny bags, with little pieces. There's gonna be some computer consoles and things like that. And I saw a head floating around in there, wherever it is. It's funny seeing people's heads. Oh no, it's in this one. Alright, let's get started. I do like how they have in these things, they have like all kinds of little wordings and stuff of, you know, how they put this all together. Alright, so here we go. So we're gonna put the dudes together first. So these are both the AT-AT drivers. They've got actually really cool helmets. I still do not like, I mean, I know, you know, equal opportunity, blah, 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 but I don't like how they put female characters in because the Empire did not like females. But there's an AT-AT driver. He's going to chill over here. Next AT-AT driver. Mean looking dude. AT-AT driver number 2. One Blitzball music. Nah, this is, I forget what I created this for. Oh, I know. This was a music piece that was created for a game that we made, my brothers and I, called what is it called? Shoot, can't think. Well, we called it 2 different things. Fish food first, and then we found out that that was taken, so we call it Tropical Sushi Squad. There's the commander, by the way. This is General. Well, this is General Veers. He's the guy that leads the attack on Hoth. But anyway, the game called Tropical Sushi Squad. Ah, I see. I got you. Well, the whole point of Tropical Sushi Squad was that you were fish, like in aquariums, different kinds of aquariums, and the levels were all, I mean, the aquariums that you would go through were all different. And one of the aquariums was like kind of like a fire slash lava one. So like you were constantly taking damage. So kind of made some upbeat music to just be like, hey, get moving, go do stuff, because you will eventually die. But, you know, try to take as many people as you could with you. Alright. Okay. So far, so good. Alright, Flipidus, and oh, okay, so these are all the same except the one in the middle. The one in the middle is different. Okay, I see why that is. Odd they do it that way, but they have a reason. It has an arm on it. I need just a regular 2x1. There's Pixie. How you doing? Oh, see, right through the legs. Yeah, I'm a little bit busy. You're just gonna wander around and try to play with the little figures, I bet. Yep. Don't take them. Interesting how this is shaping up. Okay. Alright, so... Oh! Totally get that. Okay. So, this is a biggin. And it's gonna have... Okay, so I'm gonna put this on there first. There we go. Okay, that's on. And then it's gonna have 4 of these really tiny thingies. That won't do anything until we're putting stuff on the outside. Hi again, Pixie. What you up to? Aside from watching me do funny things. She's like, yeah, I'm bored. If I wasn't building Legos, I would be bored too. Okay. Next page. That goes there, and then this piece goes underneath. Black piece here. Okay. Okay, so 2 funky. This is gonna help with the neck moving and stuff. How this is able to flex and everything. So again, the black pieces are tough to find. What you're looking for. Okay, find the other one. Do the same thing. There we go. When you're trying to find only two in all the pieces, kind of hard to find. There we go. Those things are wiggly. Let's flip over and okay. Oops, didn't do that one high enough. So it'll be interesting to see how this looks. Because it's not the full head, it's only going to be parts of it. We won't be doing all the sides. That piece. And a yellow piece, just random yellow piece. Alright, gonna put that down. And do another little thingamadoo-hobber. All these pieces that have all these holes on it, just kind of funny. But they all have a purpose one way or another. And then random, these are what I find funny, is just random like red piece, you know, in the middle. It's like cool that they add color, but like you won't see it after, you know, you won't see it whenever it's done anyway. And long, flat, flatty, flat. Okay, so far so good. What do I do with that? Nothing. So, alright, so we got this part. Now we put that down and do the next thing. Big piece. This is probably going to be the upper, or like the, up on the, covering the top. Something like that. Moving the, if I'm while I'm looking through pieces, if I find computers on the little flat things, they've got little decals on them already. Tend to want to move those off to the side because they can be tricky to find. For these great pieces. Oh, we got some black ones and we got some, are these black? Yeah, these are going to be black. So that one has to go away. Yes, the lid. Then two white pieces. And then two more black grates. Kind of interesting that they have black ones because haven't seen, they've mostly been dark gray ones up to this point. So kind of interesting that they're throwing the black grates in, which is funny because most of the Lego sets I've ever built that had them in there, they were black. They used mostly black ones. Kind of interesting. There we go. Alright, come on, where's the last? I'll put that there first, so I don't lose it accidentally. Ah, there it is, found it. Alright, flip over. I need dark gray. So how you doing today, Jerry? I've asked everybody else. You though, how are you doing? What's new in your world? These are weird because these are upside down flat pieces. You don't normally see them like this. Normally they go on top of things, but these go underneath. It's kind of funny. And flip it back over. That's awesome. Glad it's better. Ah, okay, finally. So, okay, we're gonna put this together. Yeah, this is definitely like the head part, I think. Maybe no. This is underneath. Okay. And then, what the heck? This goes on top. Yep, looks like it. Okay, so this is actually the bottom. This is where they're going to be sitting and everything. So, all right. Okay, flip it around, and we got two funky push-throughs to do. Never seen pieces like this. They're kind of interesting shafts. Downton Abbey. Ah, more joining everything together. There we go. Well, try not to just, keep just saying stuff, Frankly, I mean, like, it doesn't bother me, but, there are younger viewers that sometimes watch it. But I never made this like a kid-friendly stream, simply for that fact, because you never know what people are gonna say. So, see, now what is it about downtown? I keep wanting to call it downtown because it just looks like that's how you say it. Downton. What is it about it that you like so much? Not something I could ever watch, I don't think. Oop, I need these. And this guy goes on here. So we're getting ready to have outside skin stuff put on with that. Now we gotta do the other side, so put that down. Frank. And I don't think I've called you Frank yet, but you know, and I'm sure that's from the show, but oh yeah, I love British shows. I love British humor. So, oh, this is gonna have a spiky that goes through it. Every time I see these, because they got a hole in them, and there's a shaft that's gonna come down into it, like as it sits here. So, hi Pixie, coming to see what's going on? I know you're not trying to help me. You're just trying to get in the way because you want some attention. I understand. No, no, no. Come on. Ah, okay. Well, that's cool. Stop it. Get away from the pokey thing. Get. See, dry humor I like. One of my favorite British shows, and it's an older one, but one of my favorite ones was always Are You Being Served, with like Mrs. Slocum and all those, and what's the other one? Fawlty Towers. Loved Fawlty Towers. It's so just random and goofy, and yeah, she kind of goes where she wants. Don't eat the fur. That'll make you go bleh. I'm looking for a piece. Can't find it, of course. So that's why I'm sitting here like this. Can't move on till I find it. Oh, there it is. I moved one piece and found it. There we go. Hey. Oh. Where'd you do? Get. She just like, she's like, I bet you need that piece on the floor. There it is. Like, this should go down there. Whoops. Alright. Frustrating feline. I mean, they all are, right? Alright, so I'm gonna put this down and build this little doohickey. Oh, I gotta do 2 of those. Well, let's do this first one. That looks good. Oop. Alright. So, alright, we got, put that down, do the next little part. Not sure how this is going to go in to fit, but I mean, obviously we're going to find out. And 2 dark gray things. Alright, here we go. Other 2 go on. We're getting down to the wire though. We're getting pieces taken care of. Okay, so this goes on top here. There we go. Oh, interesting. We are putting these longer ones all the way through. More structure is definitely going to keep it from, or help keep it from falling apart. And you shove those things through like that. Oh, now we gotta, this is cool. Like one of the only pink bricks you see in something like this. Pretty pink. Dowton, okay, Dowton Abbey. And okay, this is the second to last one to go on top with all the So is Downton, is that like where they live? Is that the place? Like, what is that? Okay. Stacking up nicely. And we get a goof. Oh, nope. This one's red. This is another one of those things that look like Johnny Five's eyes. Castles are cool. I like castles. I would love to live in a castle. That was modern, you know, like not drafty like they had them back then. I think a lot of people mistakenly think that castles were really, really cool, and obviously they were for the day, for the time period. They were pretty, pretty robust and stuff. But man, they were dirty. Okay, blue. And another brown. Oh, jeez. So we've got, I don't know if you can tell when I put this on. Okay, I got you. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of these brown thingies that a shaft is going to go through that's going to keep this on when we put it up there. All right, turning it around. And some more flat pieces. So this is where we're going to start putting in a lot of like the little computer things and stuff. Black grates and well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of dry British humor. It's the best. Oh, all right, gotta put it down, and oh, we're gonna do the little hatch, like the egress hatch that you would go through if you were actually able to go through this thing. So who was your favorite character on the show? All right, there's our hatch. And we're going to put that on there. There we go. Look at that. There's our hatch. So if they're in here, they want to go through, go to the back, or go into the main thing. And 2 more of those weird thingies. now we're gonna start putting some computers and windows and goofy things up. So put this down. I hear you down there. I'm sorry. There's our first little computer console. Put that down for a second. Do the next one. Okay. Matron I get. I know what that is, but Dowwagger? I don't know what that is. So there's a start of our computer consoles. And a little like window thing here. We're making the kind of the little control steering stuff here. And I have like one of these pieces. Yeah. Funny little armature thing. There we go, found it. Wager. Okay, ooh. Okay. Another little computer console. Looks kind of cool. And little wing thing here. So the commander sits up in this little area that I'm creating here. So he's got his little desk area where he stands and gives orders, or sits. Alright, so now we're going to create our 2 chairs. So we're going to do these 2 times. This is for the pilots, the AT-AT drivers. Chair. 2 chairs. Oh, nope, that's not a chair. Looks kind of like a chair, but not quite. And little side, they actually get armrests. Pretty cool. So there's one of the chairs. It goes on top of the weight right there. So they're going to fit right here. That's where they're going to sit. Oh, now we get to do... Ooh, this is going to be fun. Okay, this is where we're going to do the... Oh, that's a funky looking piece. Right. 8 of these. This is where we're going to do the visor, the eyes, I guess, of the AT-AT. Come down and... see... That's the view part they'll be seeing out of, and I'll get to test and see how my tweezers work. Getting there, getting there. Okay. And, ooh. Funny little, thingamadoo-hoppers. Ah, okay. I'm gonna put those down and do this one first. These go on the inside, which is kind of interesting. Does not want to go in. There we go. And this one is on the other side. Boy, getting that in there is not easy. There we go. There you go. So now we do a funny little shaft. So there's two of these longer shafts, and they get a little thingy put on them, like that. And then they go through. Alright. So, and then these funny little pieces. That could have been disastrous. This is where the visor is going to go on. The eyes of it are going to go on too. Flip it over, and ooh, so those go upside down. That's interesting. So let's take these out. It's funny when they put pieces upside down. And everything else is kind of right set up. There's the last. One final black shaft piece. And it goes upside down too. Alright, there we go, looking good. And now we put this upside down. How does that go on? That's gonna be kind of in the middle. There we go. Yep, this is where we're making the eyeballs. I think I have one more of these pieces. Maybe not. Oh no, these are the long ones. Okay. It's one long strip. Here we go. Bunch of eyeballs. Here we're going to do the visor. So, okay, I put this aside. My special tool, my friend got for me. A pair of tweezers that are different. Never used any like this before. We're going to see if it allows me to do what I need to do. That's the Hoth battle right there. Oh yeah, I got good control with this. Yeah, that went on nicely. I have to tell my friend that it worked really well. Look at that. There we go. Safety first. Put the cap back on. Alright, now we get the controls for... It's been a while since I've used these little antenna things as controls. But they used to be used in LEGO sets all the time. Now 2 more computers. 1 more computer. That is not a computer. There it is. Those are the controls for the drivers. And those will go on here upside down. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's really neat. Alright, I'm going to put this down. We're going to work on the actual eyeballs of the walker. So, there's going to be a lot of little pieces on this, I know it. Getting there. Ah, oh, an hour and a half already. Woo. Did not expect to go this long, but I kind of wanted to do the head, so, and a half hour seemed to be too short, you know what I mean? So. Okay. And now we're going to get to the fun part in a second. I mean, this has all been fun, but some of the parts where you do all the little tiny pieces just really get to you. And I've done plenty of those with the sides here. So we got 4 of these. Okay, there we go. See? Visor done. Nah, I'm kidding. There's more to it than that. Much more sophisticated. Go. So we are actually going to have some shiny pieces. That'll be cool. So this blue. Interesting to see how this comes together. There's the shinies. Ah, look at that. That's gonna look cool. Shiny pieces. And it fits right there. Snap. Ah, look at that. Not as easy to tell, but that's pretty awesome. All right, so flip it over. I see why they did that. So I can go in the middle. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna put that down for a second. Do my hinges. This goes on this side. Kind of to close it in. Ah, that's looking better. Almost done here. Pieces are winding down. What am I missing? What am I looking for? My brain just went kind of for a second. There we go. And it did make that sound too. It went. There we go. There we go, that looks better. Now it's kind of enclosed and everything like that. This goes on here. Goes on to these. Question is where? I'm guessing right there. Not sure how high up it needs to be. Ooh, okay. So then, okay. So this fits down, and then there's a shaft that's going to go down here, down through the holes, and tie it all up essentially. There we go. Shaft in place. That's there. This is going to connect to all of this right here. This is cool because this makes it so you can open the entire thing up to get to the people. So look at that. So here we go. Whoops, that is heavy though. So if you lift it, gotta be careful. Alright, now we're going to do the very top. I think we'll be done. So there's going to be a lot of just like covering pieces and stuff. I absolutely love this build. So neat. Not Sony, so neat. Okay. Alright, have a good night, you are. Thanks for being here. See, UR's leaving now. We're gonna have someone, we're gonna have a Russian come in and be like, hey, what's up? 3 of those, and now 2 little tiny pieces. Oops. More flat pieces covering up everything. Getting down to the wire here. All these pieces coming together. Some of the flats are different than others. Okay. Where's that go? There we go. Ah, lost the piece I was looking for. Okay. Alright, now this is going to go on top here. Ah, look at that. Now we're looking. Now we're cooking. And now we got to do the back half, which will be this thing. Ooh, lots of hinges and things underneath. Lots of hinges. You got all these spacer pieces too, kind of to make it so that everything fits just so. Because they have a little, I don't know if you can see, but they have a little, just a little bit of a push out from the normal Lego piece. Kind of neat. Another blue piece. And funny looking little silver pieces here. Flip over, more smooth pieces. I like how with Star Wars, because of the things that they use in order to make them, nothing was necessary. I mean, even though they kind of looked uniform and symmetrical, if you can tell, this side is a little bit different than this side, just a little bit. And that was something they purposely did, because they use model pieces in order to make the, well, everything. That's why it looks so realistic. So, okay. Go. Oh, we got to do the, so looking good for the head. Now we got to do underneath. We got to put some turrets, or at least the preparation for the turrets. I don't know if I'm doing, it doesn't look like I'm doing the turrets themselves. Yeah, but this will be it. This will be the last part, so to speak. Interesting. That goes on, and then it goes underneath. Okay. And these last two great pieces go on. Not quite sure what, I mean, like, obviously this is part of the build, but it just kind of looks unusual. Ah, this goes here. Ah, interesting. It's like the chin goes right there. Now we're gonna fill it in on the sides. Oh, I know what so these little movable parts are for the turrets, so they can move. That's cool. So they can go back and forth. This is kind of the setup for them. Alright. Alright, so all that work, and it is not time to put this on yet, but it is going to go on, like right here. Or maybe further in? Not sure. Since I'm not putting it on, I think I see where it goes. I think it goes like right here. But there we go. So that's it. Bag 14 is done. So we did 13 and 14. Oh, ooh, forgot to pause. Oh well, my fault. So there we go. So this is how it's going to go on. It's going to fit right here. I'm not pushing it in yet, but this is where it's going to go. And then so like you can rotate the whole head. Maybe you can see that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's going to be awesome whenever it's finished. And the turrets are going to move and everything like that. Yeah, this is getting awesome. Yeah. I can't wait. So it looks like 15 will be finishing the sides of the head and putting it in and, you know, bringing it all together. And then the rest is going to be covering this. So all right. Well, thank you very much for watching, and it was a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but bag 13 was just really short. So it was cool that we got, oh look, see, you can lift that all up, lift it all up, and put the dudes inside. Actually, here, we'll do that. Sit them down at their consoles. Ooh. Put him there. So when this, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So when this, I'm trying to figure out which camera I want to use. So when the head comes down, all the controls and the viewport and stuff are right there, because they're underneath. So when it comes down, they're there and they can, you know, play with the controls and stuff. So, and then the commander, he just stands back here at his little station. So there we go. All three are in there. All right. Well, thanks everyone. This was a lot of fun, and I thank you for putting up with everything and the movement and stuff, especially as I got into box 4. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until next time, which will be next week, keep building. Have a good one.